It's funny because I don't know when this thing starts. Right? What's up, everyone? This is Jason Tucker, and we have Bridget here as well. Today, we are going to be talking about WordPress, all things WordPress. Bridget, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a self-taught marketing person. And I mean, I call myself, you too can be a guru, as a joke. Some people get really offended by the term. They don't get the joke. It's tongue in cheek. So anyway, my official LinkedIn headline is secretary by trade, teacher by degree, and marketer by instinct.
Awesome.
You can find me at bridgetwillard.com.
I need something cool like that.
Oh, it took me a long time to come up with that because I'm such a weird combination. I got my liberal arts degree and I was a teacher, and then I taught high school and junior high math for a year, hated the parents, and went back to being a secretary, which is why I went to college. And I have the student loan to prove it.
That's funny. Everyone talks about their job, and they always love the people that they work with, but they always hate the customers. And that's exactly it right there.
Parents aren't customers; they're like bosses.
Right.
Way worse. And in a private school, they kind of want you to deal with their problems.
Oh,
I figured that out too. So it wasn't for me. I wasn't really a people person. I liked the kids and I was good. I could deal with their sarcasm and everything like that. And algebra is just a language. I tutored algebra for 10 years after that.
Wow.
Privately to my homeschool friends who are like, hey, Bridget, we need help.
Please,
and then I'm like, I'm retired. I'm not tutoring any more people in algebra afterwards.
I had to do this because I need to teach my kid.
Yeah. Well, no, I taught the kids.
Oh, okay.
So instead of them homeschooling, I did it.
Awesome.
They outsourced algebra to me, I guess.
That's it. That's
anyway. It worked. It was fun. I learned that sports coaches aren't good at teaching algebra, and they're usually the problem.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah. Also, the other problem was people don't realize it's a language.
What, math?
Algebra. Everything until algebra is arithmetic. Once you get to algebra, it's mathematics. So it's really logic. X plus 4 equals 6, and the answer is 2. Why do I have to do all this work? Because we're not teaching you how to do arithmetic. You should have learned that in 2nd grade, right? You're learning how to move things around, kind of like code. Right. Which brings us to WordPress.
Exactly.
How's that for a segue?
Order of operations is very important in code. That's pretty much all I remember. That, and the X is a variable, and then after that, everything else was just,
Yeah, but if you can code, you can do algebra. It's the same difference.
Yeah. So WordPress, we got a bunch of folks in here. Looks like we got about 6 people in the room hanging out. If you have a question, go over on the left-hand side there, type in /Q space and then your question, and then we'll answer your question regarding WordPress. If you don't want to talk about WordPress, you want to talk about something else, we'd be more than happy to help you out too, but we're not doing your algebra homework. I'm so sorry.
No, purplemath.com. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. I shall definitely put that in the show notes.
Oh, you're going to want that for when your daughter gets there.
Oh man,
it's the best.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, it's I don't know about that Common Core, but algebra is pretty simple.
The Common Core thing's not too bad.
I don't get it, but I was good at algebra, so there you go. So there was this article that I saw today on Facebook by the Matt Report. Yeah. About marketing and WordPress and why WordPress shops aren't really marketing. Did you see that today?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, I feel in love. Marketing. I was like, that's basically what our show is. WordPress meets marketing.
Is it the cure for for product marketing woes? Is that the one? Or is there a different one?
I think he gave it like 5 or 6 different titles in his Twitter.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's really good. And then he talked about 3 or 4 places that are doing a good job. One of which is Copyblogger that we talked about last time. Yeah, it was really good. It's really good. It's a good read. You should put that in your show notes, or I'll find it.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, Jenny.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, how do I put it? A table, to put a table in WordPress.
Uh-huh.
Is there any kind of plugin or anything that you would suggest of a way to do it? Like, I don't want the table to show, but I want everything to line up in a table format.
Okay. Are you making it a table because it's tabular data, or are you making a table because you want to worry, actually take care of the height and width,
spacing and stuff? Yeah.
Okay, so you're not trying to do tabular data though.
No.
Okay. So one you may want to take a look at is a plugin called TablePress, and I'll actually put a link in the chat here so you can take a look at that. And TablePress will help you out with making tables. It's made more for tabular data because tables is kind of not in vogue anymore when it comes to doing HTML stuff. Which is why I was asking about tabular data, because you could do table headers and table footers and all that sort of stuff. So if you're trying to do that sort of thing, if you're doing it mainly for kind of design wise, one thing you're going to end up running into a problem with is dealing with responsive design. So if you're trying to load it up on a mobile device, what ends up happening is those widths that you set will be a constraint, and they'll be too wide depending on how much space you have. And then when you try to load it up on your phone, what's going to end up happening is it's going to pretend like it's a huge image, and it's going to be stuck. Or the other thing that will happen is you'll have it set to, like, say the width be 100%. And what will end up happening is all those rows that were nice and big will actually end up being squished down to about this big, and then everything is going to look awful.
Okay. The reason is I'm helping a friend who has a Wix site, and she wants it to look exactly like her Wix site. And that's where I'm running into the problem. But Wix now is not responsive, right? Is that the problem?
I have no idea.
All right. All right.
I have no idea.
It's not WP Wix.
All right.
I don't know anything about Wix. I do know that they do a kind of drag and drop, design setup, which if you use something like Squarespace or any of those sorts of things, they all do that. So if you're trying to do it, I would probably look into doing div tags, and then do a little bit of CSS that just says, make these two stick next to each other.
Can any of those things be in a widget? You know how you could put HTML code in a text widget?
Yep, you could definitely do it within a widget. But if she's using this for Wix and she's trying to make it look like her Wix site, or wait, you're trying to copy a Wix site to be in WordPress. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to bring her over to the dark side of WordPress. It's a very hard fight because WordPress is so hard, she says, and Wix is so easy.
All right. Well, does she have a little bit of money to work with, or is she trying to do this for like super duper ultra cheap?
Yeah, ultra cheap.
Okay. But do you think that she's going to do more design type stuff down the road, or is she just going to like kind of set this and forget it?
Yeah, she'll set it and forget it. Okay. Basically,
I do a couple little Google searches and do a search for making two div tags, sit next to each other. So it could be div tags tables or something like that. But what you're wanting to do is make it so that those two tables will sit next to each other. And then that way you can have stuff on the left-hand side, stuff on the right-hand side, and then you're good to go.
Okay. Because she feels that also WordPress is too, like it looks like a summary when you open up the page.
Oh.
We tried to break it up with with photos and stuff like that, graphics, and it's not.
Huh. You mean she doesn't want it to open to where it looks like it's the blog?
Yeah,
you can have a static page.
Yep, you sure can.
Yeah, but still the way it sets up, she doesn't like it. So
that could be your theme too.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's billions of themes that just looking for a theme can be kind of a time-consuming black hole.
Yeah.
That at least for me, but the thing is, there's so many different kinds, It doesn't have to look like that.
That's true. Actually, you just gave me an idea using
good
Divi theme. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest also checking out Chris Coyer's website, which is css-tricks.com. He has a bunch of really cool tips and tricks. He's been doing it for a million years, and he talks about a lot of this stuff. So if you're trying to do even some really basic design work where you're trying to get two divs to stick next to each other, a horizontal divs or something like that, you can definitely go take a look at that and get some ideas behind it.
Nice.
So looking at that Matt report link, let me see which one it was, because I remember reading something today, but
well, I put it in text and now you can't link. It's let me put it in again so it'll be purple.
I can highlight it and copy and paste it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm so used to having to make everything easy for everybody.
Why isn't this link in this PDF?
It doesn't click.
Cool. Well, I'm glad we're able to help Jenny out. Does anyone else have any other questions? We'd be more than happy to help you out.
Anyway, I thought it was an interesting read concerning the things that we've been discussing the last, few weeks here.
Yeah, WordPress developers and people that make products, for WordPress, they're not very good at their own marketing stuff, because most of these guys and girls they're building stuff so that they can sell it, but they're building it more because they're building it and then they want to sell it, but they don't know how to sell it. So they're just like, oh, well, I'll just get this out here. And then they just kind of build it real fast and then build a website because they're really good at building websites, and then slap it all on there. And then they're like, I don't know how to promote this thing. It's tough.
Yeah, it gave some really good tricks and tips, and
that's why a lot of people do affiliate links, because for their own products, because what they're trying to do is they're paying for marketing. They're saying, you know what, Bridget, you have a lot of friends. You can definitely get people to come buy my product. So here, I'm going to give you 15% of whatever I sell. Get out there and sell it for me. And then they just sit back and just go, all right, well,
sell all the plugins.
Just bring me the stuff and I'll cut you a check. And I don't even have to cut you a check anymore. I'll just send a whole bunch of money to this one company. The company will take care of it, and then we'll have to worry about anything.
Yeah, it makes sense. But for me, just observing some WordCamp behavior, you guys are all friends. So it's just, you just need to keep that going on Twitter. Keep the flame alive in between WordCamps or whatever, because that's how marketing works now. Anyways, it's all about relationships and who you know, and referring. And like, I'm in a group of people who do social media, and they're all working together because we're always referring to each other. Like, I don't specialize in Pinterest. I send everybody to Carol Steven. And I don't specialize in Instagram. I send everybody to Amy Donahue.
Gotcha.
See, so even if you think WordPress, like you think social media, everybody niches out. Some people only work with contractors. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know people that write, but I know people that write just for contractors.
Yeah. Yeah. I have those people in my back pocket where it's like, oh, you want to build a really high-end, development or really high-end e-commerce solution? I know a guy that does that.
Yeah.
You need somebody who can build Flash? Steve can totally build you Flash. Just kidding.
I know he gets a lot of jokes about that.
He actually started out as a Flash developer. I mean, he did other stuff too, but he used to build games in Flash and banner ads and stuff in Flash. So yeah, he has a lot of experience with it. But once you find one little thing about somebody, you just kind of go crazy about
latch onto it.
Yeah,
like Alex Vasquez's hair.
Exactly.
That's another joke I see a lot. I mean, he's got nice hair. I can see why, but it's a funny thing. Well, being somebody who just reads tweets and goes, "Wow, this is definitely an inside joke."
Oh yeah. My goodness. So what type of stuff have you been working on website wise? Have you been building anything?
I just tested FooVideo.
Oh, did you?
Which is an extension add-on, a premium add-on for Foo galleries. And my review went live on WordPress yesterday.
Nice.
So that is the one where I learned the hard way that, okay, so when you install a plugin and you go look in the repo or whatever, and you install a plugin, and it installs, and there it is in your little WordPress dashboard. But when you buy a plugin, you buy it from their site, and then it downloads as a zip file.
And then you don't double click on it.
Go to add new plugin. And I'm like, why am I adding a plugin? This is an add-on. But that's how you do it. I found out it took me 20 minutes to figure this out, and I'm like tweeting Adam Warner, I don't know how this works. And so that was the first time I really did that. So it wasn't intuitive to me because it wasn't like a prominent button. Like upload the one you bought, you dumbass. That's the button I needed. And so then you click add new, and then it says, oh, go find the zip file you just downloaded. And then you upload it, then you enter the key, the license that they email you. And then all of a sudden it's magically there, right? You know, so you think that I had this concept that everything was happening inside the dashboard, even if you pay for it. And I got confused about the instructions that you would just click refresh, click click updates, and then it will be there. It's not.
Yeah,
you have to upload it, the thing that you downloaded when you bought it. Hello, like it's so obvious right now. I feel almost embarrassed to say it, but just in case there's that one listener, who is about to experience this, when you buy a plugin, that's what happens.
Yeah.
You know? But it was way worth $29. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, my Guru Minute series! I can import a whole playlist and make a landing page.
Yeah, and
it changed my life.
And you did a great job on that site.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it looks good. I've watched. I didn't watch every single one of your videos.
Oh, you don't need to. But some of them are learning experiences.
But I definitely watched a few of them to kind of get an idea of what your format was and all of that. So if you haven't taken a look at that, that's over on your bridgetwiller.com site, right?
Yeah, /Guru Minute.
/Guru Minute.
It's just little social media advice in like a minute, because that's my attention span. Somebody kind of dared me to do it, and I did it, and it kind of worked out.
Nice.
Because I was like, what am I going to say on video? Who's going to want to listen to this? They're just like, just try it, or whatever.
So what you're thinking of doing then, or you're definitely going to be doing, is making it so that when you click on your face on there or one of those videos, that it'll pop up in a light box, and then you can push left and right, whatever, to jump around between them, right?
Right. Nice. Also, I put on my bio page, I realized, I can make 4 different galleries. So I made one for my presentations, one for WP Blab, that's my new one.
Yep.
And one for it's Bridget Willard bio. It's like in the About Bridget or whatever. But anyway, like you can make them all different sizes if you want to. You can change the gallery sizes, and like that was a simple portfolio I was mentioning to the person before. And so the cool thing is there's so many choices. And it looks really nice in the Foo. It's only $29.
That's not bad.
It's kind of a cheap. I shouldn't say cheap. That's the wrong word. It's a very good value.
Right.
It's a good. I'm editing myself live. Sorry, sorry, Adam Warner. If you see this later, it's a good value because a lot of premium plugins cost a lot more than that.
Oh yeah.
And if you have the video, I mean, the whole idea is you want people to be on your site.
Right.
You don't want them anywhere else. You want it hosted on YouTube for, site speed and all that other kind of good stuff that you've already talked about a lot. Yep. But this way, if you have a lot of video, like any playlist, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be your own video. It could be anybody's playlist. Like my social media presentations are on my Riggins Construction YouTube channel, but I can put them on my bio on my website. I mean, video is so popular now that, we just, a lot of times we say, go here, go there, go here, go there, go here, go there. And then you wonder why they're not on your website because we're sending them away. So, I mean, it's $29. It's so cheap. The Lightbox is free. The Foo gallery is free. It's just $29 for the video extension. It's totally worth it.
That's all. And you're using on here, the their gallery, right? Is that how you're displaying all of these, or how are
yeah, it's their gallery. There's several choices. Like if you go to the one I was saying is let me see, BridgetWillard.com/Bridget Willard bio. Stupid SEO people always tell me to put my name and everything. Okay, so but it's awkward. But you can see on that I like the one with they don't all have the same, they're not all the same gallery. It doesn't, they don't all have to be the same kind of gallery.
Oh, I see.
See, one is simple, like that one is simple portfolio with that has the descriptions. But they don't have to be like that. So once you make the gallery, just like a image gallery, it gives you the short code. You put the short code wherever you want it.
Nice.
I mean, you can even put it in the sidebar if you want to.
Right.
Like I didn't want to, but you could, so that it's prominent on every page. Like say it's something super awesome, like a WordCamp talk, and it integrates with Vimeo too. So like if you spend a crap load of time, you spend a whole weekend doing a time lapse in Joshua Tree of the stars or something, you put it on the side so people see it or whatever. How can you share your screen?
We don't talk about blab on blab.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to talk about blab on blab.
So to go back to what you're saying here is that when you go and click on here, you're actually only jumping between the two that are in this group.
Yeah, because that's the gallery.
That's the gallery. Yep.
So you can make, and then you can see I made them different sizes.
Yeah.
So you can make your galleries because I wanted it to be like that. I wanted them to fit in one little section or whatever. So, I mean, it's up to you. You have a lot of customization choices or whatever. You can even customize the little like blurb that goes
below it.
The little thing that makes it go play.
Yeah.
You could even customize what that looks like. You have a lot of choices. And that's my Hemingway theme on WordPress that I host on SiteGround.
They do good work.
So that's kind of how I jumped into the deep end of WordPress because I started this Normal People Great Plugins series with WordPress down in San Diego. Yeah. And I'm testing, they're having me test plugins and write about my experience because the whole concept is if I can do it, you can. Like Yan can't cook, so can you.
Yep.
So, I mean, because a lot of people DIY their websites. Either somebody builds it for them and then they have to maintain it themselves, or they build it all themselves or whatever. So not everybody is going to, the plugin market isn't only for developers.
Right. Yeah, that, and I would not want to go and build my own Lightbox plugin that also displays videos. I'd much rather just use something that works and that works really well.
I know, it's a really good price too.
Yeah, and these guys make great stuff. I've used Food Gallery in the past and love it.
They have. I just saw that he has a plugin. Well, probably not new, but new to me, obviously. It's called Share Lines. We were talking about before that click to tweet thing. Yeah. This one does like up to 4 different like alternate headlines at the very top of it. I've seen something like this on the LA Times. And so if you want 4 different ways, there it is, Share Lines. If you want 4 different ways to I don't know what my next plugin assignment will be. I don't choose my assignments. But that one is one I'm kind of drooling over. And one of the other ones I'm really drooling over is, what's it called? The one that Tyler Digital and Purple Pen made with the maps.
Oh, yeah.
Draw Attention.
Yeah.
Draw Attention would be so good for real estate and construction people because you could, on a floor plan, you could take pictures of what like a model home looks like and then draw the box on the floor plan and then it can open up to a picture. That's another one I think would be super awesome for, that's it, Draw Attention. That looks like a
I've been looking for a good excuse to have this in my in my tool belt to be able to pull this out and be like, all right, I want to build something really neat at work because working at a church and having a huge location with all these different places and stuff, I'd love to be able to say like, if you go click on
Sunday
this
school map,
there's the event for this. Oh, here's where this is. here's where that is. Yeah, Sunday School
Oh,
Map,
man.
all sorts of stuff like that. That would be killer.
That is such an awesome plugin. I can't wait to figure out how I can use it.
And I love these too, because when you have a group shot, you can actually move your mouse on top of that group shot, and it'll show you kind of like how this is showing here, where it'll show you a little tooltip telling you, oh, this is the person that, you know, this is information about that person. Be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to it. At some point, I will find a reason to grab that and mess with it. So, wow, this guy is really trying to promote the heck out of himself, isn't he?
Can you block people?
Yep. I don't get it. I don't know why he's trying to get us to go click on his stuffs, but it's not happening. So,
Preguntas, questions, anyone? We're just filling space until you ask us a question. How to share the screen? We're not showing you how to share the screen. That's not a WordPress question.
Nope, but I will go and drop some of these links into the notes here so we can definitely get those up. I try to get those notes up as fast as possible right after we get the show recorded, because I want to make sure that people are able to go check them out, have relevant content, be able to go and, you know, click on links and look at stuff and all those sorts of things. But if you haven't checked out the Guru Minute stuff, you should definitely go check that out because of the cool stuff that you are talking about. And I used to do a vlog where, before vlogging, I had this like really crappy little digital camera, and I'd go walk around and go take like I think it's like a 3-mile walk, and I would just hold the camera out like this and just record it. And then
like Periscope.
And I would just record it, and then I'd go back to the office, and then for my last like half hour of lunch or whatever during my break or whatever, I'd quickly edit it and then upload it. And then I'd have it on YouTube. So I have these like from 2007, 2006 videos of me like, you know, vlogging and all that stuff.
It's so funny. You're another person that does work at lunch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I wouldn't know what to do with my hands if I was just eating.
What else could we talk about? Cool stuff wise.
Well, you know, I was talking with Matt Cromwell one time about what do small businesses really need, you know, and I was asking some of my friends, like, what plugins do you wish that you had? And their answer was, we don't even know what's available. So there's so many plugins, you know, it's hard for them to say, oh, I really wish I had one that did blur.
Right.
So, I mean, I know that we've talked about caching plugins and backup plugins, but is there something that you think every small business should have, like a type of plugin that for sure everybody should have?
Well,
that's a common question I get.
The one that comes up a lot is just, it's super basic, but it's like, what's a good social sharing plugin?
There you go. Right. I found one, but I don't know if it's that great.
Yeah. So the one that I use and have used on, whoa, everything just broke. Lovely. So if you're wondering which thing I use to make my screen display, it's Cam Twist, and it's annoying.
Yeah, it gives us a little trouble.
It gives us a little trouble.
That's the name, Cam Twist. It's going back to front. Yeah. I see what's happening.
All right, so this is what I use, and it's called Mash Share, and it's based off of the share box that's on Mashable.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's called Mash Share.
I'm going to write that down.
It has nothing to do with Mashable at all, but they based it off of, like, I'm going to look on one of their things real quick here. I'm so glad I clicked on something that wasn't bad. Okay, so so if you look on this right here, you can see that there's they have this social share buttons that are right here. Well, you can't see my icon, but right here,
at the top.
yeah, that's the where it says number of shares, and then it says share on Facebook, and then all that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the one that I use. I really like a lot, and It's great.
Okay,
Yeah, so if you go over to the WordPress repo, you can see that it says like number of shares, the views, and then it has like these things. Well, there's a great little video that explains how it works and stuff. I love plugins that actually use video to describe what it is and all of that before you go and install it. But what's nifty about it is that it comes for free with, I believe it's Twitter, Facebook, and a subscribe button.
Okay.
And then I think you get the number of shares, and that's it. You may get views, I don't recall, but the idea is that you get Facebook and Twitter, and then the subscribe button.
That's all you need.
So when you click on Facebook, what ends up happening is it just opens up the Facebook box that comes with Facebook and lets
the share dialogue.
Yeah, so you get to do that. Now Twitter, on the other hand, in the settings for this, you can actually specify like what's the Twitter handle for the website. So when somebody clicks on it, it says,
which everybody should fill that out, people. I can't even tell you how many times I try to tweet from a thing because I can't find your Twitter handle on your website. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Miss Bridget is saying, if I can't find your Twitter handle, you're not getting any credit, and how can I follow you? Hello.
Yep. So it does all that.
Jeez.
Now, the last thing that it does that's pretty handy is that it also makes it so that, and I think I have it on my website. Let me see. I'll go to my blog. So what ends up happening is when you click, I need to go to one of the posts. And so, so I have Facebook and then Twitter. So when you click on Facebook, it pops up with the Facebook dialog.
Okay.
The basic one that's built into it. And then with Twitter, it will go and say, copy a tweet, blah, 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 via Jason Tucker.
Yeah.
So that's like the big kind of draw for this thing. But
is there one that will shorten the link when you click on that? Because that's what I really want.
Oh, where
somebody build that. Somebody listen to me. Every plugin developer on the planet. I want a tweet button for WordPress websites.
Devin, are you listening?
The link.
Devin just hopped in here.
Twitter sharing.
Devin,
make it happen.
Make it happen, dude.
Make it happen. Get with Bitly. Buddy up. No.
See, here's the deal.
Bitly?
So you missed it. So what Bridget was saying is that she wants it so that when you click on one of those social share boxes and it pops up the Twitter one, that it should take the URL and shrink it down and give her
in that box,
and then you end up with the thing that's
right. Instead, I copy that and then I click on Mini Deck because I use Mini Deck. I'm a beta user of Mini Deck, and then I paste it in there, and then it will always shorten your links. Shorten your links, people.
He's talking about this one right here.
Buffer shortens it. I know, but I don't. I use Mini Deck more. Don't tell them though. I love Buffer. Love you, Buffer. Okay, so we have a question from Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya.
And hello to all of our listeners.
Tanya, what does she say? She says, I have a website with an older WordPress version. It has been customized, and I don't want to spend a heap on redesigning it right now. Any advice?
Why do you have to redesign it?
Well,
because the theme is going to break or something?
Oh, yeah, probably. It depends on how old it is. I mean, if we're talking like a 3 or 4 year old theme, you definitely can lose some functionality in there. 5-year-old
because
theme,
it's not supported anymore, or like Microsoft, they said we're done with this.
Well, what
does that happen a lot?
Yeah, well, it does when it's like for instance, if there was a functionality where you wanted to list a bunch of links that were there, that there used to be a link thing, so it'd be next to posts, so you can create a new post, you can also create a link. So what ends up happening with that is, the old themes had that in there. Well, the new themes don't have it in there. There's a little bit of backwards compatibility and whatnot. But the thing is that it won't won't work with the new themes, and the new themes just don't have this type of stuff anymore. So So what you'll need to figure out what version of WordPress you're using, and then what maybe even if they have an update for that theme. Now, if you've
export it into desktop server or something, and then see if it still works. Without breaking it.
That would definitely be a good way of.
Can you do stuff like that?
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good way of doing it. So you want to get it out of the your web host and get it to desktop server. Yeah.
And then you can see if it works for real.
Yeah.
And if it works, then you can update WordPress, right?
Exactly.
Well, when I was in Dustin Mezza's talk at WordCamp LA, he said if something doesn't work anymore after a WordPress core update has been done,
It probably should have
then
been there.
that was the vulnerability. So you really, I mean, he kind of was like, it seemed like you're part of the problem, kind of ish. It seemed a little bit like that. Like, you know, he was pretty excited about you updating.
Right. Well,
but he kind of made it like, it's not you, it's me. It's you. It's really you.
It's not me, it's you.
It's not WordPress, it's you.
You know, when you hear that on a date, that you know you have some problems, right?
I'm so glad I'm out of that.
So
how do I check the version?
Oh, you were reading up above. Yeah, so to check what version you're using, I'm trying to remember, because some of the newer versions of it, you know,
doesn't it say at the top of your dashboard or whatever?
It masks it. It doesn't show it in the dashboard. It sometimes shows it in the footer. So if you go down the bottom,
if you go to updates, won't it tell you you're currently using blur 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 blur?
That would do it. Let me see.
Yes, you export it. You export the XML file.
Wow.
And then you open it up in desktop server. Best $100 I ever spent in my life.
Yep.
They have the best support on the face of this planet.
Now,
they will be
Bridget's saying $100 because, you know, Bridget likes to spend money. No, just kidding.
Because I couldn't figure out how to do it unless I had the pro version.
You can get it for free, and it does support up to 3 websites. So you can download it and try it for free and be like, okay, I fixed my problem, and then you can walk away. They're not going to be mad. They're not going to be mad about it.
No, they're not.
But yeah, you can download it.
I just love those people.
Oh, yeah. So if you go over to that website, serverpress.com, click on there, go look at their help stuff. They actually have some good help documentation. They have ridiculous amounts of documentation on all these different ways to do it. Just find one that looks easiest for you and then go at it. You can't hurt your website because you're making a copy of your website, putting it onto your local computer, and then playing with it.
They have a new training series available for free from OS Training, too.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, see, I'm on Twitter reading this crap all day long. This is what's good about being on Twitter. Look at me, looking like I know stuff.
So I wanted to look and see if it does actually show you what version of your website or what version of WordPress it's running.
Tanya. I thought it was in the dashboard. Isn't everything there?
Well, you know what? They sometimes put it at the very bottom right-hand corner where it says like version 4.1 or version 3.1 or whatever. So
maybe if you have an older version, it doesn't tell you.
Well, if you have a really old version, you could just look in you can open up like view source and look at the top, and it'll say what the version is, which is not good at all. There's hackers are looking for that stuff so they can get into your website and do bad things. Which is another reason why you should.
At the very bottom of my dashboard, on the very bottom, on the right.
Yep.
Like mine is 4.3.1.
Yep. Oh, so hers is 4.3.
On the opposite of thank you for creating with WordPress. You're welcome. I never saw that. Also, Yoast SEO is judging me, so let's scroll back up and close this. I like it for the Twitter cards. I don't like it for the yellow lights.
So if you were wondering what version is like the most recent, I'll give you a link here.
Yay!
Look at it. So if you scroll down the very bottom, it'll tell you that 4.3.1 came out in September 15th.
That's the new one.
Yep.
That's the new one.
So you're good. You're okay with that. Now, your theme may be old.
That's a different story.
Yeah. So if you wanted to...
Dun, dun, dun.
If you wanted to do that, you can kind of play with that a little bit by getting it on the desktop server and messing with it. Now, if you have a web host who has a staging server, say like WP Engine or SiteGround or something like that, then you can do that. You can, make a copy of your site using their staging server and then play around with it. What's nice about that is you're not taking the website off of their server. You're leaving it on their server, and then you're able to kind of mess with it. You could even ask other people, hey, can you take a look at this for me? Does this look weird or not? Or, whatever. It's like the WebMD of WordPress web development.
I think I have scoliosis. Can you check?
Right. Is this line straight?
Oh man.
But yeah, if you wanted to know like way back when, you know, all the different versions of WordPress and which musician the WordPress version is named after, you can definitely go click on that link and go check that out.
I didn't know that was a new thing.
The musician thing? Oh, it's been around forever. So like,
see, everything's new to me. I'm like a kindergartner.
So if you click on that link and then look at the very first thing, the first one that was ever named was Miles Davis, and that was version 1.0.
Oh, that's why they're with the jazz people.
They're all jazz. Yeah.
Nice.
Matt Mullenweg, who's
WordPress.
the man of WordPress. He's the one that loves jazz, and so
there you go. There's another reason to love WordPress.
Yep. If you like the jazz.
If you like the jazz.
The jazz.
If you're one of those people like bebopping and skadoobadoobading.
Do you like the jazz?
Sounds like a drug push.
Do you like the jazz?
Okay, más preguntas, por favor.
Any other questions? Anybody else got anything? I'd love to help you out. You know, we've talked about SEO a little bit in the past. We've talked about forms. We've talked about okay.
Opt-in Monster.
So if you've never seen Opt-in Monster, I'll actually load it up here for you so you can take a look at it.
Question on the table: does anyone know a good alternative to Opt-in Monster, especially if it's free?
So if you've never seen Opt-in Monster is a lead generation plugin. And what it does is it actually detects things that are happening on the screen, and then it tries to get you to do something. So,
is this the one that Saeed made?
Yeah. So if I'm going to move my mouse outside of the screen here. It's not. That's funny. It's not doing it now.
Oh, we talked about this at my meetup too. I can't remember.
Yeah, so what it does is it does these like kind of these intents in a way where it's like, hey, you should go click on this thing. You should go do this and that. And you know, it's trying to kind of get you to sign up or what have you.
Do we like that?
Marketing things.
Do we like pushy little pop-up windows that tell us what to do when we're on a website?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Is that what we're liking right now?
I don't mind it because if I see it, I'm gonna be mad. But if somebody else sees it, it's gonna be okay.
I don't know.
So I'll since I can't get it to work on their website for whatever reason. I don't know if it's my web browser's doing weird stuff or whatever. But what it does is it just tries to get you to click on stuff. So it comes up with a little pop-up thingy and says, "Hey, do you want more traffic? Click here, or do you want this and that? Click there." And
okay.
So I don't have a good.
Oh my gosh! I know we talked about this at my last social media mastermind meetup. It was a big thing.
Bloom from Elegant Themes. I like Elegant Themes stuff. I haven't used any of their plugins, but I've used a lot of their themes in the past. But let's take a look at this one. I've looked at. I saw one that will. Oh wow. I saw one that does some interesting stuff where it'll do like a Facebook thing asking you. Yeah, see like this right here, Bridget. It just kind of went.
Okay, so you like that?
No, I don't.
And I
like
think
this.
It's super annoying.
I don't like this, but I will tell you that
I tried the hello bar.
Yeah.
The hello bar does that. The hello bar is like a thing that goes like this. It drops down. You can even time how long before it'll drop down.
Yeah.
You could do A/B testing. Hello bar is free, or they have a free version of hello bar, and then you can let them actually push it back up if you want, which is a little more courteous. And also they have a pop-up window, like it'll be down at the very bottom like that. Hello bars, I tried it out for a while. I don't know if I just deactivated the plugin. I didn't, it's a WordPress plugin. I didn't delete it because I haven't decided. I liked it. I don't like it. I don't know if it helps or not. You could even have it go jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Right. Like, did you see my Guru Minute videos? Jiggle, 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 click here. That's kind
of what these things are doing too, where they're
so it's getting your attention.
Yeah, like there's some of them where they'll pop up on the bottom. or they'll pop up on the side as you scroll
the
down.
hello bar can pop up from the bottom.
Yeah, so those types of things.
And the cool thing about hello bar from design standpoint, is it when you install it on your website, it finds your theme colors and gives you a choice of the bar color based upon the colors that are in your theme. With the hexadecimal, whatever.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go looking for, frack, what color blue is that?
Right.
It just picks colors that match your site because it's grabbing them from your site. So maybe that's a good solution for Devin.
Yeah.
Try hello bar. Look, we were helpful. We did something. It only took 50 minutes, but we did it.
So
no, we answered 3 questions.
I think so. So the thing I was showing you earlier with that mass share, there's actually a thing that's built into that. So there's a thing called like after share. So when you click on the share button, it pops up. After that goes away, another one pops up and says like, click here to like us on Facebook. And then you can click on that and get an extra like out of it.
That's a little bit less obnoxious. I like that.
Is
that like a premium add-on thingamabob?
Yeah. I believe it's called like after share or something like that. How to integrate my PHP page in my WordPress website. Okay. So what's so special about your PHP page that you need it in your WordPress site? Are you just trying to like add additional functionality to that particular page, or do you want it to go to a whole separate page that's created in PHP? Answer me that, and then I can help you out a little bit.
I thought maybe we took notes at our last SMOC, but I don't see. We talked about this. That's why I remember it, because I saw it.
Yeah, here's that thing I was talking about. Like after share is what that one's called. And it's pretty neat, and it actually works on mobile too. So if you were to tap on something to share it, it'll then pop up saying, hey, do you also want to do this too? But I don't know any other, I've seen some free ones, but they all look really ugly. Like none of them are good looking at all, which is why stuff like Opt-in Monster and Bloom are great because they've already figured it out and they already make it look pretty good.
Yeah, because you don't want something that looks like crap if you bought a really nice theme and stuff.
And it's like,
that's like buying something from the junkyard on your Tesla. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
So I guess to try to continue to answer his question, since he hasn't responded back yet, what I'd suggest, and this is regarding trying to get PHP to display into your WordPress site, which the whole WordPress site is written in PHP. So thank goodness you're not trying to get like, I don't know, Ruby on Rails or something to show up in here. But what you want to do is just make a page template. And if you go on to WordPress's website and look up how to make a page template, you can go check that out and write your custom PHP inside that page template, and then use that on one of your pages so that it'll display it. So hopefully that helps you out.
That was a little bit above my pay grade.
So back to Hello Bar.
Well, I just wanted to put that in the notes because it is kind of cool. I see it a lot. I see a lot of people using it.
Yeah, Hello Bar has a free version that you can just run yourself on your own website. And if I remember right, they had some type of free version that has a WordPress plugin that does it too.
Yeah, they do. I used it.
Yeah. For a little while, I was thinking of hacking up that Hello Bar to make it so that I can make like a network banner that would show up on top of my website, so that if you went to one of my other websites, the banner would be the same on each thing. Like it would show the Hello Bar on the top with a couple links. So it'd look exactly alike. There's no difference or anything. And it's kind of like when you jump around from, Mashable to one of its sister or brother sites or something, or ABC or whatever, the bars on the top look exactly the same. So I was thinking of doing that. Let's see here. So we got a couple folks in here lurking and hanging out. If you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to kind of help you out a little bit. So please ask away, and I'm more than happy to talk to you about it.
Do you want to invite anybody in the chair?
Yeah. Feel free to take a chair.
Take the seat. Come and talk to us. So it's just not us on the screenshot.
Right.
Come on, Devin. Come on. What's with all these shy people?
Ah, there he goes. He had to go run out.
There you go.
He had to go.
Thank you. We could be less 2.
What's
we
up,
could be
dude?
3. Ask him a question.
Hello, Devin. How are you doing today?
It's so weird. Like, people come on and then they have audio problems. I don't know. It's a little weirdo blab thing.
Yeah. A fire alarm? A fire alarm went off at his house.
No way.
Well, that's not good.
That's not cool.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, don't go on blab if your fire alarm's going on.
Go handle that.
Exit the building.
That's to go change the batteries on his fire alarm. All right, that's no problem there. No problem there.
So that brings up a good question. So they say when the time changes, that's a good time to change your batteries in your smoke alarm and your carbon dioxide detectors. Is there a rule of thumb like that for WordPress?
Yeah, but it's not like after you go to your first WordCamp, you got to make sure you hit update on all your plugins. There's nothing like that. But that would be kind of the type of thing, I guess, would be to update your plugins or update your theme or whatever.
I mean, if you're blogging on a regular basis, you're going to be seeing your dashboard and you're going to click the circles chasing each other and you're going to update stuff.
Yep.
So if you're blogging once a week or a month, you're updating constantly.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's maybe not doing it, maybe they're doing that publishing by email.
Oh, right.
Or what's a good way for people to remember to get in there and do those core updates and things?
I don't know if there's a good way to remember to do it. I know that if you run multiple websites, you could actually use Jetpack to kind of tell you. I know. I said the word Jetpack, but
I'm not against Jetpack. You're saying there's one place you could go and you can update everything at once?
Yep, that's right.
Jason, that's what I'm saying. We don't know these things exist.
Well, so if you go into your website and then go into your website, go to Jetpack, and I shall load up my Jetpack and I shall show you.
Show me with your cam twist.
I'll get the cam twist.
Twist it up, Jason.
All right. So now we're in our Jetpack. And in Jetpack, there is a thing called manage multiple sites. That's
manage multiple sites. I need that.
So when you have it turned on, what ends up happening is you can kind of manage your WordPress site. Now, and other WordPress sites that you have in your account. The trick is it's using WordPress.com to do it. So you need to remember your username and password for WordPress.com.
So does it have to be the same?
No, it doesn't need to be the same, but it does need to be let's see here. Oh, let me try to.
I never remember my WordPress thing.
Nope, that's not it. That's somebody else's login.
So many passwords.
Anyhow, once you get in there, what happens is you get a list of all of the different sites that you have.
Okay.
And you'll be able to make changes to them. So, for instance, if you wanted to post to it, you could post to it. I think you can also go and make plugin updates through it. Let me see if I can pull
those seem to be the things that are always updating.
Yep.
Oh, I have a question. Okay, so I was listening to WP Kitchen Sink this week, and they were talking about there's so many tables and something like that, and WordPress has blah, blah, blah. And then every time you add a theme, it might add more tables and blah, blah, blah. And it might slow down your site or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So everybody keeps saying, don't have a bunch of plugins you're not using. So I've learned to deactivate and delete plugins.
But it doesn't clean up after.
But how do you delete themes that you added?
Oh.
I didn't see it. I was looking for that today. I was like, because when I was testing out themes for my work site, I installed 10 themes. Because you know what? Even though you could do a live preview, it's not really the same. Okay?
You can do it.
I want to know. Tell me.
So
I'll watch this episode.
You're gonna watch this episode?
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll to right now.
So right now,
I need to delete those themes.
There's a delete button. It's not that big.
Well,
I made it like crazy huge, but there's a delete button
oh,
down
when
here.
you're in the theme.
Yep. So if you're looking at all the themes, which you can see that I have a decent number of themes that I've tested myself, because this is kind of like a test one. We'll go to this one, and then we'll say delete, and then it says,
"Oh,
do
you have to click on the theme."
Yep.
See,
click on the theme.
That's what I'm saying. Delete. It's not intuitive.
Yeah. So why would you want to delete your themes? One of the main
because I only want one.
Sure, but you also don't want.
Or I only want the ones that came with it and the one I want, not the 10 other ones that got rejected from the island.
Yep, because what ends up happening is this theme is actually available for to be accessed still. If you know what the correct path is to get to it, slash WP content slash theme slash Aquarius, and then what end up happening is someone can now execute the stuff that's in this theme. So let's say that this theme gets hacked or something. You can now go around to all these other websites that are out there, try to find this Aquarius theme that may have gotten hacked, and then they'll use that as a way of getting in there and messing with your stuff.
Not good, man. Right? I should have asked that a long time ago.
Yeah, that's how you delete them. Which is kind of crazy because, so for instance, if you log in, if you're like a customer of kind of one of the more inexpensive web hosts, what they'll do is they'll kind of do the same type of thing that like computer companies will do. Well, they'll bake in a bunch of themes for you. They're trying to help you out. But what they're really doing is there's probably some deal on the back end there that they're like, oh, we'll put your theme into our collection of themes or whatever. So what ends up happening is you'll just end up with like 500 themes in there, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could accidentally click on one of these themes and then screw up your whole website. So that's probably why you're asking, because you just want to make sure that you just have the one theme you need, and that's it. Now, I will suggest that you should definitely keep one other theme in there.
Well, sure.
It could be any theme. It could. I would suggest one of the ones that's named after a date. So 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Yeah. One of those. And the reason why I'm saying to do that is at some point you're going to mess up your theme by, reading some website that tells you how to do something, and then you totally screw up your website. And the first thing somebody's going to ask you to do is, have you disabled all your plugins? And then you're like, no. So you go and disable all your plugins. And then the other one is, have you tried changing your theme? So if you change your theme, and then now you can log into your website, or now you can leave a comment, or now you can whatever, now you know it's a themes problem. It's the whole process of elimination thing.
But like I said, I wasn't exaggerating. I added like 10 themes.
Right.
Because I'm saying like the live preview, this is before I realized what was going on with the desktop server.
Yeah.
The live preview isn't really showing you everything.
Right.
Exactly. And then every single one, you're going to make a new freaking cover for whatever. So I had to install and test a bunch of them for real.
So the live preview thing that we're talking about here is when you're looking at one of these and you click on live preview, it actually loads up the theme so you can see what your website's going to look like with that theme turned on.
Right.
So yeah, if you go and load that up, you're like, oh yeah, that's great, or oh no, that's awful. Now you just install the theme, which probably installed a whole bunch of other junk too, and now you're stuck.
I was just thinking, like, on the whole theme of optimizing, if you're supposed to get rid of plugins you're not using, it seemed logical that you would want to get rid of themes that you're not using. Yep. At least like a baker's dozen of them.
Right.
If you're Bridget,
right,
and you install 25 themes to figure out which one you like, don't do that.
Oh, and I found out another way to find out what version of WordPress you're running. If you click on the WordPress logo once you're logged into your WordPress site and go to the upper right-hand corner and click on that, it'll actually show you welcome to WordPress, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll also show you the video that explains why this thing is named after Billy. What's his name? That's a jazz guy.
Billie Holiday is a girl.
Oh, no, I don't think it's Billie Holiday, is it? Is this Billie Holiday?
Billie Holiday.
Oh, it is Billie Holiday.
Yes.
My apologies.
Yeah, I was one of the best jazz singers ever. Also a heroin addict, but I'm not endorsing that. Oh, I see. Just for the disclaimer. And so was Miles Davis, by the way. He had to actually lock himself in his dad's barn for 3 days to kick the habit. Wow. Here's a little trivia from you. If you want to know more about jazz, you can watch the series by Rick Burns, Jazz.
Check you out.
I'm sure it's on Netflix. I love jazz. That's like my favorite.
That's awesome.
Oh man, I told you I could just talk, so you gotta shut me up.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Well, we're getting to that hour mark.
We did a good job. We did a good job this time.
Yeah,
we answered questions.
Yeah.
I brought a question.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's good. It's good.
I can always questions. I should start writing some down.
So how do I make my text?
I'm sad I didn't ask a long time ago because that's been something that's been bothering me for like 3 months.
Oh yeah, no problem at all there.
I'll be working on that tomorrow morning.
Cool. Well, let's wrap this up. Bridget, where can they find you and all the things about you?
You can find me on BridgetWillard.com. On Twitter, you too can be Guru, or just Google my name, Bridget Willard.
Awesome. You can find me, Jason Tucker, over at jasontucker.us. I do a show called WP Watercooler every Monday at 11 o'clock Pacific in the morning time. So if you want to go check that out. And we talk about this sort of thing, but with up to 10 people, which could get really crazy, really, really fun. And we try to do it within a half an hour, which is even crazier. And then I also blog over at wpmedia.pro, which is all about audio and video stuff. I haven't blogged over there in a little while, but you should definitely go check out some of my old stuff because I've done some pretty good work over there, I think. And that's about it. So thank you all for being here and watching us and interacting with us. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.